Yo, what is up lads, and welcome back to the new review on the Samurai Warriors the 5th. So the Dynasty Warriors might to be Koei Temco and Omega Force flagship action franchise, but through the years we have gotten to see different variation of the Central 1 vs 1000 formula, with not only anime and video game franchise like One Piece, Mobile Suit Gundam and Legends of Zelda, but with its own spin-off franchise that takes its formula through other historical eras in the Warriors Orochi and Samurai Warriors series. The most distinct of these basic series have always been the Samurai Warrior titles, however, as it explores different eras of feudal Japan rather than China. It's been 5 years since the Samurai Warriors expansion title and 7 years since the release of Samurai Warriors 4 base game. So there is a lot riding on release of Samurai Warriors 5 to stick the landing. Not only the first Samurai Warriors title compatible with new gen system, but it's like going to the first introduction to the franchise for many new players. Thankfully for those new players and dedicated followers of the franchise, there's tons dig into Samurai Warriors 5 offers the most fulfilling experience in the series yet. Just as the previous title, Samurai Warriors 5 drop players into different missions with the maps full of the thousands enemy that you can tear through with a single character or cooperatively, and build up combos in the thousands, which is actually quite common and encouraged to build your Muso attack special meter faster. And just like those private titles, it's easy to jump into with normal power and hyper attacks, all changing together with single button pressures. It even feels smoother than before, which can especially be felt when you are in game mode difficult level, clearing out way more enemies with a single strike than in the early stages. Shaking the fighting up the time around is addition of ultimate skills. There are 4 additional moves that can either add a new attack or boost your character's speed, attack, power and special meter. Warriors franchise fan might have been incorporated in the other spin-off titles recently like One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, and they work the same way as each one, but can be used many times and is refueled after a short cooldown period. Each of these skills felt just like as smooth as the regular attacks and can be changed together for fun combos. One of Samurai Warriors' best rewards is when you have a level up character use the various unlocked skills to easily clear challenges that were hard to do before. And that's especially important with the Samurai Warriors 5. Even if you decide to put all your time and effort in a single character, you won't miss out the rest of the experience, because every character can use any weapon. Characters will unlock more skills with their mechanical weapon of choice, of course, but Samurai Warriors 5 makes sure to reward players for not only dedication and time spent, but experimentation as well. Rather than pay gold to quickly level up characters, you aren't using to help them master high level weapons faster. Earning high ranks in mission grants you a pool of experience and mystery points to use for the entire cost. Instead, that gold is spent towards one of the biggest new additions to Samurai Warriors 5, upgrading your castle. As they continue playing the game, you unlock gold and various materials to buy upgrades to the shops, blacksmiths and more to eventually access even better materials and weapons and so on. It all makes the most enjoyable game flow of the franchise yet, as playing through to level top of characters of weapons doesn't feel like grinding, but instead feels like you are counting to build the overall experience available. This will not only story mode, which is a reboot of the earlier games that retells Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuki Akechi's story, but more focused and concentrated to certain period of battles, but the new Citadel mode, and there is lots to do. Citadel mode shakes up traditionally formula by tasking you with defending your home base and clearing out enemies with a short time limit rather than having your conquered territory spread out through a map. Playing through this mode is not only rewards you with the experience materials to involve, but using specific characters build connections between them to unlock special story cutscenes you can't see anywhere else. Not only Samurai 5 the best feeling game in the franchise to date, but it's also the best looking too. The character roster features a mostly returning cast with some new additions, but even the older additions have been given a whole new design to fit the new ink brush aesthetics. Some of the visual presentations had changed, such as the stiff dialogue sense making a return. But when it takes off, the Samurai Warriors franchise has never looked better. Samurai Warriors 5 offers a ton for returning veteran players who have been waiting for more than past few years. Is going to be de facto Muso experience for any player interested, one with 1000 action overall. This is the best action game Koei Tecmo has released in quite a while, and there are hours upon hours of fun to be had if you decide to dive into the deep end. There are some good and some bad things about. So the good things is about the fluid action combat, well-told story, beautiful art and graphics, and also there are 2-player implementation. About the bad, actually some of the mechanics are not well explained, minimum luck utility, and some repetition over time. Also, a steady diet of Muso games will most certainly lead to inertial defiances, but now and again, playing a game like Samurai Warrior 5 is the great reminder of how much fun the genre can be. There are almost at least a hit of reputation in these games, including this one, but with its balance between well-told story and fluid action, memorable characters and epic battles, Samurai Warriors 5 is both an excellent way to dive into the franchise and welcome new direction for long-time fans. My rating is 10 of 10. Conclusion: the game is really lit, the model is lit, everything is lit, so be ready to buy it. The link I will leave in the description, so be ready guys. Peace. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe.